When I called my mother from a hospital hallway and told her my newborn needed someone for the night, she asked me if it could wait until morning. That was the moment I stopped being her daughter. My name is Elise Morgan. I'm 33 years old, a compliance director for a healthcare network in Chicago. 6 weeks before that phone call, I had given birth to my son, Caleb. 6 weeks later, I was being wheeled into surgery after an internal hemorrhage no one saw coming. My husband was on a business trip in Toronto. My baby was at home with a sitter who could only stay until 10 p.m. My mother lived 19 minutes away. I called her from the pre-op corridor. "Mom, I need you to stay with Caleb tonight. I'm going into surgery. Daniel won't be back until morning." Silence. Then her voice, irritated, distracted. "Tonight?" "Yes." There was a muffled laugh in the background. Music. Dishes clinking. "Your brother just hosted dinner. I'm exhausted, Elise. Can't the sitter extend?" "She can't." Another pause. "Your sister never has these crises, you know." I remember staring at the fluorescent lights above me, as if my emergency had inconvenienced her schedule. I said, "Okay," and I hung up. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I called a licensed overnight care agency and paid $680 for emergency infant care. Then I handed my phone to the nurse and let them wheel me in. Here's what you need to understand. For 8 years, I had been financially supporting my parents, quietly, deliberately, without telling my siblings. They thought our parents were managing fine. They weren't, because I was managing it. It started when my father lost his auto repair business. Mom called me in tears. "Your dad's heart can't take this stress." I wired money that same night, then again the next month. Then I automated it. $3,800 every month. Mortgage assistance, medical support, utilities, that's what she called it. 8 years, 96 months, $364,800. I never totaled it, because totaling it meant questioning it, and questioning it meant admitting something was wrong. After surgery, I woke up in recovery with a drain in my abdomen and morphine in my veins. Daniel was on a red-eye flight. The night nurse sent me a photo of Caleb sleeping safely, and my phone buzzed. Family group chat. Mom had already posted, "Pray for Elise. She's being dramatic and stressed herself into this. We all warned her about taking on too much." Dramatic. I stared at the message until the letters blurred. Then something inside me shifted. Not rage, clarity. I opened my banking app. Recurring transfers. 3 of them. Family household, dad medical, family support. Cancel. 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 3 taps. 8 years ended in 12 seconds. Then I did something I should have done years ago. I opened transaction history and filtered. What I found wasn't a struggling household, it was a pattern. Large ATM withdrawals, twice a week, same casino district, over and over, and transfers labeled education support. To my sister, $92,000 over 5 years. Not tuition, boutique marketing courses, influencer retreats, designer inventory for her online brand. My father's real medical bills across 8 years were $41,200. Everything else? A story. I had funded a lifestyle, and the night I needed help, I was too expensive. I didn't call her, I didn't text. I built a spreadsheet. 8 years of data. Clean, cold, undeniable. Then I saved it as a PDF and waited. The first of the month arrived 3 days later. No transfer hit their account. At 9:07 a.m., my phone rang. "Mom." I let it ring twice, answered on the third. Honey, something must be wrong with the bank. Nothing's wrong. Silence. What did you do? I stopped the transfers. A sharp inhale. You can't just do that. I can. We rely on that money. You mean the casino relies on it? Silence again. Longer this time. You're confused. I'm not. I have the statements. Her voice changed, cold now. After everything we sacrificed for you. I closed my eyes. You refused to come for your grandson. That's different. No, it's not. She hung up. 30 minutes later, my sister called. Why did my card decline at the studio? You'll have to ask Mom. What does that mean? It means the family support account was me. Silence. Then laughter. You're kidding. I wasn't. That night, Mom sent a message to the extended family. Elise has decided to punish us financially during a health crisis. Punish. The word echoed. So I replied once, attached the PDF, 8 years, highlighted totals, and one sentence. Here's where the money actually went. Then I muted the chat. The next day, my grandfather showed up at my hospital room, unannounced, 81 years old, sharp as ever. He carried a black leather portfolio. I heard you finally looked at the numbers. I nodded. He smiled once. Your grandmother tried to warn me before she passed. Warn you about what? About your mother's spending. About the fact that you were the one keeping them afloat. He opened the portfolio. Inside were copies of legal documents, property deeds, trust papers. This house? It's still in my name. Always has been. Your mother only thinks it's hers. Then he said something that changed everything. If you want the truth out loud, I'll bring it to dinner Sunday. Sunday evening. Full family dinner. My mother had organized it. Welcome baby Caleb. 14 relatives. Coffee served. Tension thick. She started with tears. I don't know why Elise is doing this to us. Your sister never creates chaos like this. There it was again. I reached into the diaper bag, pulled out one sheet of paper, set it on the table. $364,800, highlighted. Casino withdrawals circled. Sister transfers listed. I paid for everything. Silence. Then my grandfather stood and placed the trust documents beside my page. The house is not Linda's. It's in trust, and when I pass, it goes to Elise, not to fund gambling, not to fund brand deals, but for her son. My mother's face drained. You manipulated him. No, I documented you. My father finally spoke. Linda, enough. And for the first time in my life, he didn't stop speaking when she looked at him. I stood, held my son, and said calmly, when I needed you, you chose convenience. When you needed me, you chose entitlement. That ends now. We left. No shouting, no slammed doors, just quiet, final. My parents still live in that house. The trust allows it, but the money never resumed. My sister got a job, a real one. My mother doesn't call unless she's alone, and when she does, she never mentions the casino. The night she refused my baby, she thought I'd keep paying. She didn't realize I had finally started reading.